Hey y'all, and welcome back to KnightConvos. Okay, first of all, we're gonna do this video on Gypsy's most recent, or not most recent, one of her recent I don't know why I wanted to say reveal, but one of her recent TikTok lives, and and do a body language analysis on it. So first of all, like I'm doing this based on what I learned in psychology that I had to take. We're not claiming to be experts or certified in this or anything like that. So keep that in mind. This is just based on, like I said, what I've learned in from having to take psychology. So I want to start out with some signs of deception. Um, but some signs of deception, especially like multiple ones, can definitely mean someone is being deceptive. We also included a screenshot that we'll put up, right here, of some other signs of deception, like pupil dilation, which happens sometimes when someone is lying because it's a behavioral cue. When someone is making cognitive effort, a cognitive effort which increases when a person is lying, there it increases when a person is lying because it demands a lot from a working memory. So when someone's looking at you, their pupils may dilate if they're being deceptive or if they're lying or something. Not just one of these things, like we talk, or you don't, but I talk with my hands a lot.
Yeah, you do.
That doesn't mean that I'm being deceptive or anything like that. It doesn't mean that that anyone's being deceptive if they show one of these things. Like sometimes you'll see me look over to the side. I'm looking at my notes, by the way, um, because of a video like this. You're gonna have notes and everything, along with like a lot of our other videos. We have notes and stuff, but we but it, like I was saying, if pupil dilation, maybe look into the corner, like up at the corner, blinking a lot, like doing multiple of these things at one time, or at the same time, can definitely, you know, show signs of deception that someone's lying. For example, you'll notice Gypsy doing this when she's able to look at the camera for a few seconds to lie, just like the staring before she has to look away. Like she'll stare at the camera and then look away real quick because she can't like stare at the camera that long and just lie. As good of a liar and manipulator and everything as she is, and pathological liar and everything, like she still shows signs of deception and stuff. But you'll notice Gypsy doing this when she's able to look at the camera for a few seconds to lie, just like the staring before she has to look away. We'll talk a little bit about some of these other things and signs after the video plays. A few others are the tone or pitch of someone's voice, like whether they go high to low. Sometimes if someone's lying, they may be talking like this, and then you ask them a question, or even if they're just in the middle of a sentence, their tone may change, like or maybe get a little more high pitched or something, like that, But anyway, so a tone or pitch of someone's voice changing, like I said, blinking often. The average person blinks around 16 times, give or take a few. Not not directly answering questions. If I ask you, are you wearing a gray shirt? right now, and you answer that, all around, like you don't directly say yes, I'm wearing a gray shirt. You're like, well, I'm wearing a nice looking shirt that I wear to bed, just like that, you know, moving the lips inward or outward. A lot of people, when they're being deceptive, they'll do like that, or something. They may also move their lips outward like that or something. Don't laugh at me. I'm giving an example. But they may do that. Like that really is a sign of deception. I can't believe you laughed at me. All of these can be signs of deception, along with things we're about to tell you from the video we're going to play for y'all. Also, real quick, we're still working on talking with an attorney from Louisiana and covering the cost of the consultation, but we hope to get that done at the beginning of this week to answer more of the legal questions about her parole and how much or how many times Gypsy really can get away with something, along with other questions about the law for parolees in the state of Louisiana, because I'm sorry, I'm not satisfied with what her PO said. But, we're hoping to get those answers and everything, this week. We we do plan on absolutely continuing to cover, just for those of you to know that are getting a little tired of hearing about Gypsy so much. We do plan on absolutely continuing to cover Gypsy's messiness and all her lies, but we are going to be covering other reality TV news and gossip and recaps and true crime and all of that type of stuff. All
Our
that
life stories.
Yeah, our life stories and everything. Like we said in our very first video, we're going to be, doing all of that, everything, and covering all of that stuff. So but in between, when Gypsy, and we all know she'll do it, when Gypsy shows a little bit of her messiness, we'll, let y'all know, and we'll make a video about it. But in between times, we're going to be starting to dip into a little bit of this other stuff as well. Which reminds me, after the video we're about to show y'all, we're about to play and talk about, we're gonna have a funny video for y'all, so y'all are not gonna want to miss that.
It's more of a ridiculous video.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, ridiculous video that shows all Jip Jip doing a back bend, y'all, a back bend. Okay, I'm sorry, but being pregnant, you're not able to do a back bend if especially once you start showing and you have a stomach in the way and everything. I'm just saying. I won't say every single woman. There are very athletic women out there that were trained in gymnastics and tumbling, different things. They may still be able to do somewhat of a back bend, but just stick with us here, okay? Because it's a funny video. But she does this trying to prove that she's pregnant. Like, look at me, I am pregnant. And also in that video, notice her hair on her shoulders. Yes, her hair is cut short, but also notice her hair on her shoulders. Her hair is not cut, this short. But you can also tell not only by her body that she's doing a back bend, arching her back and all that and doing the back bend. But you can also see that her hair is literally right here at her shoulders, about to fall behind her shoulders because she's doing so much of a back bend. But she's trying to prove to all of us that she is pregnant and she is showing and has a big baby bump and not just rolls.
Not just a food bump.
Yeah, not just rolls. Not that we're calling anybody fat at all. Like, we're not trying to shame anybody or anything like that at all. Not doing that whatsoever. We've both, not really you. Men age different than women and don't really age like women do. But anyway,
Excuses.
like, whatever. Y'all don't. Like, men don't age like women do. But like we're over here doing facial routines at night and everything else, to keep our skin right and everything. Y'all are
Well,
just going to bed.
I do my facial routine.
Oh, this man does take care of his skin, but not like a whole. He don't have a whole routine, y'all. I'm just saying. But he just washes his face and goes on about his business. Maybe puts a little moisturizer on. My facial moisturizer, by the way. But like I said, we're not calling anyone fat, not trying to shame anyone or anything like that. We're just saying she is showing a food bump, not a baby bump. Not one that big anyway. You're just ridiculous. But anyway, let's get into the video. So let me get that pulled up for y'all. Okay, here we go.
We're already starting to think about the baby shower because the gender reveal, lots of people knew that the gender got leaked before we were able to. And at first I didn't know the gender, but a couple of content creators kind of spoiled that for us. So yeah, I will say I did know the gender before the gender reveal, and so did Ken. We never said that we didn't know. We just didn't say that we did know. And we weren't gonna publicly come out and say that content creator so-and-so ruined that for us. So the gender reveal was for our family because there were people in our family that don't get on the internet that they didn't know. So it was more for them than it was for us. All I can say is, going forward, we'll just try to be more careful about who we let in our inner circle as friends and as confidants, and keep everything really close to home. So when we do have big life events, we can announce it on our own time, and that be special for us. That's just simple respect. Respect the people, people's privacy in that way. If they have a certain event that, they want to have, like a wedding or a gender reveal or a baby shower or, naming your kid, whatever you're going to name your kid, it should be the person, it should be the mom or the dad or the parents that put it out there. It should be you that gets to put it out there, not content creators on TikTok for clicks and views. That's no couth. That's not having any sort of respect. That's my 2 cents on it, guys. I'll stop going on a rant. Alright. Well, I gotta go call Ken and see where he's at. Yeah, that's the way it should be. Absolutely. I don't feel like talking about somebody else's kid should be okay. Talking about somebody else's baby should not be a thing. It was really hard not to have that ruined for us. Because at first we were not gonna know until the gender reveal, and then these content creators was like, this is what it is, and of course I look at that, I see that. So naturally, but it's okay because we had a beautiful reveal. It was kind of funny because I let Mia do the decorations for everything, and she did such a good job. Oh my gosh, she did such a good job. The backdrop for the pictures was gorgeous. Ken's dad, his stepmom, and his half-sister came the day before. They had to leave, unfortunately, before the gender reveal because they had to get back home. They come from out of state. So they couldn't stay for the reveal, but we spent like 2 days with them. That was great. My sister had got like a balloon for us to pop, but we didn't have anything to pop it with, so the cannons on both sides went off with the pink smoke, and then like Kenna's trying to jab the freaking balloon with an earring, and it didn't pop. Oh, and then like the thing fell over, and I'm like, it's a girl. It was hilarious. Oh, it was so memorable. He had to be there. Alright, try not to mess those up. Alright. I've never seen the curl. Oh my goodness, thank you, Jimmy. Alright guys, well I'm gonna go finish getting ready. I'm gonna go and call Ken, see where he's at. He should be here any second, so I need to get dressed and pack my overnight baggies so I can head over there. Alright guys, thank you. Thank you, Crystal. Thank y'all so much for watching my live. I'm sure I'll do it again soon. Have a good day.
Okay, so y'all
You can see all the lies in that video.
well, that's because you've also kind of learned some things too.
Yeah,
But
no, but I'm just saying, like, you can just.
I mean,
Just
she
see 'em.
contradicts herself a lot
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah. But and playing the Taylor Swift song in the background, this little girl like is still like open to meet Taylor Swift, you know, and like forget it. Taylor Swift is not thinking about you. Taylor Swift does not care about you. Like stop. But anyway, it's because she grew up and Dee Dee providing, you know, her with being able to meet celebrities and everything else, you know, and so she expects to still have that lifestyle. So anyway, I'm just gonna jump right into it because this is gonna kind of be a little bit of a long one. We'll probably do a part 2 to this because it is a little bit long, explaining the whole video and the body language and everything, just to let y'all know. But Gypsy starts out looking up to the corner saying, we're already thinking about our baby shower. When, like, why? Why are y'all already thinking about a baby shower when you have plenty enough money?
Plenty enough money to buy her own stuff, and she's wanting a baby shower?
Yes. Yeah. I don't get
Crazy.
it. I don't get it. Because, like, you, anything it goes back to our video that we done on her registries and everything, asking for a college fund. Do you know how much college is? Like, come on now. And you're asking for everybody else to pay for your baby for you? Jip jip? No, no ma'am. No thank you. Like, pay for your own baby. But she talked about the baby shower. When you have plenty enough money, Ken supposedly works, you know, so so exactly, supposedly. So you know, you have enough money, you know, to pay for anything that your baby should need. So stop begging and being a grifter and wanting everybody else to pay for your baby and buy things for your baby. You got knocked up, not us. Like, you know, well, not us personally, but yeah, not a society, not the rest of us. We didn't get knocked up with your baby. You got knocked up, not us. So we're not responsible for your baby. You know what I'm saying? And notice that movement I just made. I just realized that I did that, not even realizing it. We didn't get knocked up with your baby. Notice that movement I just made. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I do want to say, if she's not pregnant with the bump she's trying to make, and as far along as she claims to be, which has changed a lot, by the way, she would have to go to the hospital at this point if she lost it or claimed to have a miscarriage or something like that. you know, she's claiming to be 17 weeks now. At that point, it, if you're really pregnant and you had a miscarriage, and you know, we've dealt with, you know, early on miscarriages and things like that, which will
But at
all
this
be in
point,
our life story and everything, you know.
at
But
this point, wouldn't she have to birth it?
yeah, she would birth it. Yeah, she would,
What
she would
was
have,
I supposed to say?
is give a birth.
Well,
But
birth
it's
it.
okay, baby. You did good. You did good.
Well, she have to birth it. She'd birth it.
Yeah,
She'd birth the
you're
baby.
right. You're right. But at this point, you know, if she really is pregnant, and I'm not, I would never wish that on anyone, because we really know how that feels, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to lose a baby, you know, early on and everything in pregnancy. So you know, we would never wish that on anyone. So if Gypsy really is pregnant at this point, like Hubby was saying, you know, she would have to go to the hospital. There would be too much blood loss and things like that. She would need to, you know, to see a doctor. She would, you know, have to give
Give
birth
birth.
to it.
Give
There
birth.
you go, love. There you go. Because she would have to give birth to it, you know, if she lost it and everything at this point, or come up with some type of real serious story like, oh, I gave birth at home, and I gave birth at home, and we, I don't want to say disposed of, you know, but with who we're talking about and everything. Anyway, I won't even go down that rabbit hole, but you know, like she would have to come up with something real serious, like, oh, I gave birth to it at home, and everything like that, and you know, say that, you know, they done something with it, or took it to the funeral home themselves, or you know, whatever like
Yeah,
that. In most states, births don't have to be reported up to 20 weeks. You don't, like, if you have a miscarriage before the 20-week mark, it doesn't have to be, you know, reported by, you know, a person that does, you know, autopsies and things like that. It's not a reported birth in most states. I didn't look that up about Louisiana, but I'm sure they're probably around the same. They probably have around the same type of law where you have to be about at least 20 weeks, you know, for it to
yeah.
be reported. So she's got what, about 2 3 weeks left for her to say she had a miscarriage or something like that, to get, you know, get away with it, if our pregnancy's not real. And I
Who
won't go there
knows?
either. Yeah, exactly. I won't go there either. Anyway, then she goes to say the gender reveal and interrupts herself. Y'all notice that? Then she goes to say, her exact words were the gender reveal, and then interrupts herself, right? Which
Right.
can also indicate deception. You know, interrupting yourself constantly. So she says the gender reveal and interrupts herself, right? Which can also indicate deception. Along with her licking her lips more, I know she licked her lips a lot anyway. And with body language analysis, you know, you have to know, you kind of have to get to know a person and talk with them a good bit, or watch them a good bit in her case, you know, to get to know their natural normal habits and things like that, to know what their normalities are, and things like that, you know, so that you can tell what they're doing normally, or what's out of character for them. And I know she licks her lips a lot, but she's licking them even more. Uh, she, you know, so along with licking her lips more than usual and turning them inward for a second, if y'all notice that, she does that. And don't laugh at me, but she did.
Wasn't
uh,
gonna lie.
yeah, you were. Then I'm just kidding, Bubby. Um, Along with her licking her lips more than usual and turning them inward for a second as she looks up to the ceiling. So that's several things right there, you know, like what, 3 4 things right there that she does, you know, to let you know she's being deceptive. Okay. Then it goes on, to she rests her head on her hand like this. Okay. Which shows how manipulative she knows how to be, and how comfortable she is with lying. After interrupting herself to say the gender got leaked before we were able to, talking about her and Ken, after interrupting herself to say the gender got leaked before we were able to, and then she interrupts herself again. Why do you keep interrupting yourself? I know some people do that in normal talking. I do it all the time. I'm saying, which can happen. I myself all the time, and Hubby will tell you, I interrupt myself all the time, and then I'll forget what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I really do. But so I'm not saying like just that one thing says that she's lying. It's all these things put together. But when I'm calmly, slowly talking to Hubby, or not slowly, but like calmly talking to Hubby, like in a normal conversation or whatever, for example, telling him about something that really happened, I'd be telling the truth, and you don't, you know, you don't tend to interrupt yourself, This whole video, in my opinion, is a lie.
Oh yeah.
But let's continue. After interrupting herself twice, now within the first few seconds of the live, she goes on to say, and at first I didn't know the gender. She then closes her eyes and blinks hard several times, saying that a couple of content creators spoiled that for them. So she closes her eyes and like blinks, several times, like that.
So spoiled the gender reveal?
Yes.
So they knew it before she did?
That's what she said. I know.
Exactly.
That's what she said. That's what she's claiming. I'm gonna get to that, but that's what she's claiming. That she then closes her eyes because she knows she's lying, so she closes her eyes hard and for several long seconds. You know what I mean. Um, for several long seconds, and saying that a couple of content creators spoiled that for them. Don't earn gift. How did content, like you were saying, how did content creators spoil that for you, Gypsy? Like, how did a content creator or content creators know the gender of your baby before you did?
Yeah.
Because if they like found out who your doctor is or whatever and called your doctor and said, "Hey, what's the gender of Gypsy Rose Blanchard's baby?" A doctor cannot put that information out there. That's against HIPAA and HIPAA laws and everything. They could get sued so bad it's ridiculous. I mean,
plus
that didn't happen.
Like what, 2 weeks ago or something like that it was a girl anyway.
Yeah, she did. And I mean it makes no sense for her to say that that content creators ruined the gender reveal for her and Ken. Does that make sense? Like you were saying, everyone knew what the gender was going to be and the name you were using as of right now, anyways, unless you change it, which you said was Aurora. You were going to use the name Aurora several weeks ago on one of your lives, like you were saying, Bobby. And so people knew the gender of her. Ryan even went on a live and said, I knew she was having a girl. If any of y'all, know Gypsy or anything like that, y'all knew that she was having a girl. And if y'all watch her, y'all know that she's having a girl. So for Ryan to even have known the gender before it was revealed, like,
yeah,
come on, something's not right about that. So you, ma'am, leaked the gender reveal or whatever of your own baby, and the name all on your own as well. So you did that all on your own, Gypsy. I don't think I need to explain or go into detail about this one, about this lie, because it's a flat out lie. Period. So moving on, she then knows she is about to lie again. Keep that in mind. She then knows she's about to lie again. Like I said, this was kind of long. This one's kind of long because we're going on about, we're explaining, each detail in the video of her body language and what it means and everything. So we're gonna have to end this one here. This is it for part one. We will be right back with part two, and you're not gonna want to miss out on that. So make sure y'all are subscribed. Make sure you comment, like, um, be a part of the conversation in the comments and everything. Make sure your notification bell is turned on. Make sure you're subscribed and your notification bell is turned on, because I promise you're not going to want to miss the second part of this. And we will see y'all in the next one. So, hope y'all have a good night. Good night.
Good night.
And God bless.